you recall part of the hood lawyer moniker / origin that began for this channel over here, it was simply due to something that people did not understand. When they kept on saying, oh, King Von killed this person, King Von killed that person, and all of this stuff. And I'm like, bruh, if they keep on saying this, King Von's estate will be sued. And so it seems as though that's exactly what's going on. But I want to tell you something. Stay to the very end because you're not going to like what I'm going to say. And it just is what it is. There was something that just got reported today from somebody that I messed with, but we just going to be fair. The ruling is in and my son gets his day in court. The court ruled we can continue our lawsuit against Lil Durk and the record labels. Our fight continues. I want to thank my attorney, Roosevelt Allen, and his team for their exceptional work on this case. Let's go. Long live Duck. Then it says, the list of defendants in a wrongful death lawsuit includes Durk, Lil Durk Banks, and the estate of Devon King Von Bennett. Their record labels, the City of Chicago, Dolce & Gabbana, has since settled 2 private security firms, and the 6 members and associates of the O Block who were convicted in Duck's slaying. The lawsuit filed in Cook County Court alleges Durk's record label, Only the Family, or OTF, is a criminal enterprise. The label, which included Von as a signee, has held contracts with the media giant Sony and other large labels, which allegedly welcome artists engaged in criminal activity. Yeah, okay. Can to help the channel grow, HNO, help Nash shout, hit that like button right now, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be giving away Xbox and PlayStation 300K subs anyways, and we're only 28K away from that any goddamn ways. So, here's the thing. It's not going to work. Just because it can proceed does not mean it's going to work. Doesn't mean it's not worth a shot. Doesn't mean don't go try to get some money out of this. Hold on, you need some money real quick? Boom, sign up real quick on this QR code, aka free cash, or tap the link in the description, download right now, so that way y'all can play some games, y'all can win some money, and $5 instant cash on Nash just by using this QR code or tapping the link in the description. Free cash, #1 freaking app in the whole entire space right now. That's Apple and forget what the hell they call the Galaxy one. The Play Store, yeah. #1 app right now. And it's for a reason. Hit that QR code or tap the link in the description. It's not going to work. Because one thing's for certain, 2 things for sure. We don't even have definitive proof that Von actually had $100,000 on freaking, what's his name? On FBG Duck's head. We have no definitive proof. There's no transactions. All we have is a video of him going to Icebox and copping some freaking chain.
Oh, like a, I don't know, like longer instead of wider. Like, see, that's kind of wider.
Yeah, yeah.
Long, like.
So next Friday, I'm gonna have 10 more.
You get it?
He's gonna go
I think Smooth won't rose gold.
Young getting
where the value is alleged to have been $100,000. But to be fair, if we go back and we listen to the actual freaking quote unquote hit, it wasn't a hit. The reason that FBG Duck was killed was because TZ lied. At the very, 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 very center of this, it's from somebody lying and then saying, can I get paid for this? Not, hey, it's a bounty on this person's head, I'm about to go kill this individual. That's not what happened. What happened was TZ said, oh, bruh, hey, man, FBG Duck and his people out here, man, they pulled a gun on me and all of this stuff, and essentially made it seem like Duck was trying to smoke him. So that's why they came like that. They came for the opportunity. Now, if I'm Mama Duck, I'm going to say Seti Nash, you wrong. Because you seen the video of these cats pulling each other out to basically go kill FBG Duck. Why would they do that? Because it would have been money involved. So they would have had the wherewithal to know, but if I go get in on this, I could potentially make money too. And to that, I would say you would be right, but there is no proof that there are text messages, nor is there anything that was there. Just because we've seen a headline of what they said was there, doesn't mean that it was there. 100K bounty was placed on the killing. Chicago rapper FBG Duck informant told police Duck had a price on his head, the tipster told police. Records examined by the Sun-Times show another informant told them it stated at $50,000 before being raised to $100,000. A $100,000 bounty was placed on the head of rapper FBG Duck before he was shot and killed outside a high-end store in the Gold Coast over 2 years ago, according to police records reviewed by the Chicago Sun-Times. FBG Duck, whose real name was Carlton Weekly, was shot as many as 21 times in the daytime attack August 4th, 2020. That also left his girlfriend and someone else waiting in line with him at the Dolce & Gabbana store, 68 East Oak Street, wounded. 2 weeks later, an informant in Chicago police custody told detectives and FBI agents that someone affiliated with the Black Disciple Street Gang had offered up to $50,000 to anyone that killed Weekly and later raised the bounty up to $100,000, according to police records. Another tipster told investigators Duck had a price on his head, the records show. The name of the person said to have placed the bounty was redacted, but the informant offered some crucial identifying information. The person had bought custom-made necklaces for the members of the Black Disciples O-Block faction. An FBI affidavit filed March 2021, seeking permission to examine data from cell phones belonging to 3 suspects in the shooting, noted that slain rapper King Von, real name Devon Bennett, had appeared in a YouTube video posted days after Weekly's killing that shows him acquiring valuable O-Block pendants for his associates. Bennett is perhaps the most notable figure associated with O-Block, a set linked to the Parkway Gardens low-income housing development near 64th Street and South Drive Martin Luther King Drive Jr. Well, South Dr. Martin Luther King Drive Jr. I hate saying it that way, so it is what it is. In a federal racketeering and murder indictment in September 2021, months after Bennett was gunned down in Atlanta, prosecutors accused 5 O-Block members and associates of killing Weekly, Charles C. Murder Liggins, Kenneth Kenny Mac Roberson, to Carlos Los Alfred, Christopher C. Thang Thomas, and Marcus Muab Smart, all awaiting trial. A 6th suspect killed himself just over a month earlier, police records show. The FBI affidavit says Bennett talked in the YouTube video about different jewelry designs for particular members of his crew, including Muab and C. Murder. The informant told investigators Robertson didn't want the jewelry and that this was because he was a member of the Gangster Disciples Dipset faction. Records show, though another court filing says he considered Parkway Gardens his second home. Weekly was identified as a member of the STL, EBT, or Tukaville faction of the Gangster Disciples, which the police say has aligned itself with Gang's Jarrow City faction and had an ongoing feud with O-Block. According to the police records, a friend said Weekly had been leery of letting people know his whereabouts because he had received death threats from opposing gang members in the drill rap scene. He had reason to be worried. Police reviewed surveillance footage from another Oak Street store and heard someone on a cell phone saying he saw Duck less than half an hour before the shooting. The person on the phone walked into the Montclair store with someone else saying someone with a gun was giving chase. The search warrant affidavit says O-Block members tore out of Parkway Gardens about 20 minutes before the shooting, leaving in a Ford Fusion and a Chrysler 300. Investigators later used automated license plate readers and various cameras to track the car's path to the crime scene. We're going to leave it right there. Headlines make for great stories, but stories also make for great headlines, meaning it sounds good, but he died because he got lied on, because one person didn't want to step to him and basically thug it out with him or do what he was supposed to do. He took the cowardice way out. Because if you got a static or issue with somebody, you're supposed to get on them right then and right there. And from how Duck is described, he wasn't going. Flat out. But I'm not seeing it. To sue Durk and OTF and all that shit, bro, them lawyers going to get rid of that real quick. That's going to get destroyed because the person that you're really supposed to be suing has nothing to do with Lil Durk at all. It has everything to do with quote-unquote OTF and D-Thing. Because if you're to believe that, then you are to believe that D-Thing actually was the person who went ahead and ordered it. That's who technically is supposed to be sued. I'm just being honest. The full weight of let me get some bread out of this shit has nothing to do with Von, has nothing to do with OTF, has nothing to do with Lil Durk. It all has to do with Teezy, who should be in the lawsuit, and it all has to do with D-Thing because he was talking on the phone with D-Thing afterwards. That's the biggest thing. So I hear it, and if she wins, she wins. Then I'll say, shit, I'm wrong, you know. But I find it funny. Now, who does have a freaking lawsuit against King Von and his estate would be KI's people. That's who actually has a real lawsuit. To me, in my opinion, from everything I've seen and everything I heard, and hearing FBI butters, And watching FBI Butters on that stand and flat out say that he seen King Von stand over KI and shoot the hell out of her while he crawled up in the gangway and secretly cried and knew he couldn't do anything because part of his leg was blowed off. It is what it is on that part, bro. I can't sit up here and unfortunately tell a story that I don't believe. There are times where there are plays that are made on the internet and we reacted to plays a bunch of times. But in this instance, man, I'm just personally not seeing it. Me, I'm not seeing it. But maybe you are. Maybe you seen something that I didn't see. Maybe you noticed something that I didn't know. Because right now, as I'm seeing it, bro, I think it's a worthy lawsuit. It definitely will change how certain things are done. It'll make sure a couple of things. But honestly, it's not going to work. The same way how Lil Pop's freaking family is suing Lil Durk and OTF and the whole estate and everything. It's the same shit. Now, that one has a better chance of going through because if that's a murder for hire plot, then absolutely, then Lil Pop family for sure is going to get paid. But you need the murder for hire plot to plan out and pan out exactly like how this one is or some type of semblance. This ain't that. This seems sloppy. This seems stupid. This seems really emotional. But what it doesn't seem, in my opinion, based off everything I saw, everything I read, it doesn't seem that way. But if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. It is what it is. But for me personally, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to bet on a different outcome. I'm not seeing it. But shout out to her for still, fighting that fight because it is what it is. Y'all can, she shouldn't be doing that. The hell she shouldn't. Why the hell not? But y'all, let me know y'all thoughts on this one. Be curious to figure out what it is. And once again, man, HNO, help Nash out by hitting that commenting your thoughts on this one and hitting that like button and subscribing. Every day we get some new subscribers. So make sure in order for you to win the Xbox or the PlayStation that you comment on every video and like every video. I know YouTube ain't pushing in the algorithms right now because we've been flooding the mess out of the algorithms. That's really on me. It's not YouTube's fault. But hey, if you can, man, comment, like, and we'll catch you in the next one. Click right here, though, to see how Dame Dash basically called out Jim Jones. And he explains exactly the origins of the quote-unquote beef. I'll catch y'all in the next one.